Hi guys, and welcome to the Rainbow Six Replays YouTube channel. Today we want to present the video highlights of the match between Team Liquid and FURIA Esports during the Brazil League 2024 Stage 2. Don't forget to subscribe and put a like. Enjoy.
This looks like it's very clearly going to be connector, but it may not matter, as a Dokkaebi is hunting down a Valkyrie in the basement.
STK does know the position now. It's going to be Live who is there to support and manages to get the kill onto Astro. The question is, have they wasted too much time in chasing down the Valkyrie? Now down to a minute, Jesse.
Yeah, 60 seconds on that clock, full bottom floor control. They can start to work on these floorboards with the skeleton key being held by Live. He's looking for angles, and now he'll make them himself. Bit of aggression coming out here, too, from Fluxo. They want to equalize this man count before the push comes in, but that might not be the right call.
Flashtree manages to take down Hashi. 5 versus 3 now as E1 continue to apply the pressure. As you said, yet to lose this site in this stage, and it is looking good for them at this point as Live manages to take down Raps. Yes, the trade is there for Lukin. How about that? STK gives them the razzle.
9-2 on entry this stage. He's the best entry player in all of Brazil. He let his teammate get this one. He said, I don't need to boost my stats anymore. You can do it. You can farm on Fluxo. That set them up really, really well. Obviously, you saw how well Live was able to utilize that pressure down below on the buck. Even question, already the smokes come on out. Can Flashtree find the frag? He sneaks his way into the corner, but he misses his shots. And now Hashi with the impacts, he's trying to find this fight. It's messy, but Flashtree comes out on top. Now there's not a lot of time, and that man count does not stay.
45 seconds left to go as Raps manages to pick up his second in the round. Lukid's there for 1 onto STK as well. 4 versus 2 and a strong advantage now. E1 crumbling as they continue fighting inside of storage, but Raps is there for number 3.
Game perfectly pulled that one off. Really enjoyed it. I do think the Dokkaebi is going to be a real point of contest early in this matchup, because you see how important the roam game has been in both rounds 1 and 2. First finding the roamer down inside of the base.
That final 30, is this going to be the first time that E1 lose this top floor site? Baseto gets aggressive, and there's the support that he needed. Perez takes down Raps, but Hashi finds Flashtree elsewhere. They wander into a Capcan trap. The Monty goes down, and it's the simple things that work sometimes. E1 unable to find that utility beforehand. Lukid manages to find Live, and Astro out just yet. He's just waiting for that noise, for that opportunity. It comes around. Surely they're not going to be prepared for it. Does he give himself away? No!
There is no... Oh, there is a defender down there. Mitrix rotated down below, and they've got a hard ping on him. Surely Mitrix is dead here.
He has to be. He gets taken down by Live from above before the man moving in through the breach can actually get into position. We're going to... gets beaten out as well. We're going to have the Thorn Trap just looking to detonate. The Razor Bloom taken down before it could do any damage. Diffuser will be secured. Live manages to get the plant. Baseto taken down by Lukid, but now Fluxo, they're on the fight back, and the problem is that there is an opportunity here for E1 to get themselves set in position, but the kills keep going, and they're in favor of Fluxo right now, and I'm not sure that E1 have got themselves into the prime positions that they might like here. However, Perez, he manages to find Raps. 2v2, 15 seconds left for them to do something about it, and that is the position I was talking about for E1. They've now managed to get themselves secured with 1 above, looking in through IT, can use those flash utility to just try and keep on top of things here. 2 versus 1 now, extremely unlikely. The time is gone, and that's going to be Fluxo losing the round, and that was a nice little sneak plant coming in from E1 there, just focusing on a
control. They didn't initially need to actually send anybody down there, but somebody caught the Vigil down there on a drone. They were able to rotate downwards, get that kill before they went for their execute. Once you have IT and down below, unless there is somebody directly inside of storage like a smoke or a warden, there's nothing the defense can really do to stop you planting there. We did see a smoke being held by Raps, but I believe he was...
It's all going to be exchanged. Hashi not managing to find any damage, but it looks like he's going to go to the vertical instead.
Yeah, not too bad. Again, these staircases are delaying a lot of time. Vending stairs and cargo stairs, 2 of the toughest spots to take control of. Hashi will find the kill. That's Perez who goes down over towards the vending stairs. So a big frag, taking down the Demos, giving your team that man advantage. And of course, Hashi on that Vigil doesn't have to stop with the aggression either. Could keep playing aggressively. The defuse kit looks like it wants to come in through Exo. So with that kill going down and Hashi still being a huge problem, how are they going to convert this round?
Kill after kill comes in, and it's all Hashi at the minute. He's got 3. You know he's going to be looking for 2 more. He wants to up his reputation here as they come in. STK does manage to take down Astro. That gets something going for E1, but with 25 seconds left to go, there is a lot to ask here to close out this round to get themselves anything. STK is in a position to potentially put this diffuser down, but it's all going to come down to the cover that can be offered by Basetto. Can he keep his man safe? Yes, he can, but will he be able to now get out alive and get back into the fight? No, STK cannot as he's taken down by Lukid. It's all up to Basetto, and look at the keeper barricades that he's trying to fight.
The breach with the fuse kit on the ground is sometimes a surefire way to win, but those Kiba barriers from Lukid really tip the scales in the favor of Fluxo, and they've gotten themselves a lead. At minimum, they will tie this first half and get a 3-3 split against what many people thought was
on to connect to there. Not going to find anybody, and this book underneath live is still doing some serious work and not being challenged as of yet.
Watch for Astra, though, again on the flank. Looks like they moved on in, but it's just the players up above that are getting these kills. Lukid and Hashi find Basetto and Perez. Still this lurk down below. Live is yet to encounter Astro. Maybe now, but he's played it very passively. Surely it's a free kill as Live has no idea where he's at. Maybe he did, but he gets his head blown off nonetheless. Now that's a 2-man advantage for Fluxo as they need to defend against just STK and Flashtree.
They really need to find some kills. That's going to be step 1. They can't do it as Hashi peeks around the door, manages to get STK. Flashtree is there for the trade, but that is likely to be all. Takes a little bit of damage going through that toxic gas, just trying to battle enemies on both sides at the minute. They know exactly where he is. They know how to pressure him. What a flick from Flashtree as he manages to find Lukid. Makes this a little bit more winnable. 1v1, but no.
Kill. Raps has some of the most clutches out of any player in the world throughout stage 2. He's had 3 that won't count to his total and won't add a 4th clutch to his name, but even still, he remains the 2nd most clutch player in Brazil after that round. Congratulations to Astro for technically winning it out. Just good Toxic Babe usage, couldn't get out of it in time. Really, the credit goes to Flash.
We need a couple of kills here just to start getting them some space, get them some real estate to work their way into. We can see Perez on the Bandit is still allowed to sit in IT and hold them off the breach. There's still pressure from Catwalk out towards preventing them get onto triple wall. He should be able to clear the Selma chargers off the wall before they detonate. I think we see 1. No, he's not going to take the shots. This is really smart, actually. He just wants to bide his time, but no, Lukid knows that he's there and takes him down. 9 seconds, though. Can Fluxo get in a position to put the diffuser down? Yes, they can. Raps has got it going. Kill after kill comes in. E1 decimated.
By Fluxo, regardless. What an explosive entry. It was 13 seconds when the opening kill came out in favor of Fluxo. They finally trade everybody out. Hashi 2 big kills, and then this one from Flashtree. We've seen so many crazy rounds like this in the North American League twice now. So he can be on these defenses, and now that'll prompt Fluxo to give up on the main wall. Maybe that's the right decision as Astro finds STK from an outside window. Bottom garage.
Finding fights, they seem to really stall out a lot on these attacking rounds, and they get the intel but don't really do enough with it. Basetto does manage to find the kill onto Mitrix, but as I say, Fluxo just a little bit quiet in the mid-round. Perez finding Astro 3 versus 3 as it's 5-2 on the scoreboard. Fluxo looking to get themselves onto that match point, and it's getting dangerous to be Flashtree right now. The castle is scrambling. He's trying to get away. What a kill he finds onto Lukid, and that could be critical for the round.
Yeah, now he's the only roamer. He's bought enough time for his friends to go back to site, but it doesn't look like Hashi or Raps mind too much. They're just going to hit the bomb site. They're going to leave Flashtree all on his lonesome and try to fight Perez and Basetto in the site, 2v2.
Perez does manage to pick up the first onto Hashi. 3 versus 1 now. Surely this is where E1 managed to steady the ship a little bit, managed to put the train back on the tracks and get themselves heading in the right direction. Raps half health, a little bit less than that. He's just going to bide his time for a minute, see if he can pick up a cheap kill. Yes, he can. He gets the down, but that is likely to be all. Surely they don't engage here. E1, they know that they don't need to. Time is ticking down. 13 seconds left to go. Smart play from Raps. He is going to put the flashbang out and just take the opportunity to put the diffuser down, but they push in that late moment knowing exactly where he is. Well played from Basetto, though. Just caught him as he was
easy with that man advantage, and of course the main wall closed as well. Here's that nitro right afterwards coming on out. This will be the nitro cell coming up from Basetto. He's in the basement at that point, but it doesn't matter. He hits the shot. I question Astro's position a little bit from Fluxo there. He had 3 teammates trying to clear the roam up on the top floor. Meanwhile, he's in the basement, dying to the anchor.
Clear out the top floor here. E1 are going to try to hold from above. They're going to want to keep hold of IT, just keep a little bit of pressure onto that default plant spot. That's a great start for E1. Flashtree picking up Lukid there. If they get this, E1 then have strong sights to go back to. Flashtree, he's doing it as a one-man army here. STK onto Hashi, and this could be over before it starts. The blitz, he's backing out because he knows it's almost over. Perez live, they close it.
IT wall is not optional. It is mandatory for almost every push onto the top floor. And how are they going to push now without it?
E1 have to be careful not to give themselves away here, and that's almost what happens as Lukid is moving up those warehouse stairs. He does manage to find Perez, who goes on a repeat, and that may be a pivotal moment in this round. 20 seconds left to go. E1 time is running out. They just need to hold on here. Let the clock do the work for them. Let Fluxo begin to panic. With 10 seconds, they have to start pushing, and this is when they find themselves out of position, and Live pounces and finds himself a double. 3 versus 1 now. It's all up to the Monte, and the bullets are raining in from all sides. The clock will win the day.
Helping out with that push, and of course that late round positioning from Live. That's what makes him such an incredible player, playing inside of IT, and he's allowed to do that simply because the wall is closed. Little bit of pushing from Electrical, but by that time
vertical at the minute. Interestingly, Fluxo only opening the Animus wall so far. The double wall into sight hasn't been opened up, so that maybe work for them to do later on. Perez steps around Hachi, just aiming a little bit low there. I think maybe he thought he was on the stairs or crouched, but he puts himself at a disadvantage in that gunfight, and the aggression from Perez pays off. He gets a brilliant opener there and gets himself back to sight safely. Flashtree's on the cover, and that's a great start. That's what E1 wanted from this roam.
Now they're going to be going for this Osa plant, but they've got so many counters. 2 impacts, 2 C4s, Toxic Babes, Firebolts as well, the Goyo canisters, making it very difficult. Osa, she's countered by almost every operator that's on the board for E1.
Now 1 bullet away from death. This is going to be very difficult for Fluxo to be able to get in and get this diffuser down. So much utility being thrown about. There it is. The Goyo canister is going to come good, and it is going to take the Osa down. That's going to put the diffuser down. Recollected by Raps, but 5 versus 2. Where now do Fluxo find the space in the next 15 seconds to put the diffuser down? And the answer is they're very unlikely to. Lukid manages to find Perez up above, but it is really a meaningless kill as STK picks him up on a trade. It's all up to Raps, shut down by Flashtree, and that's going to be E1 getting themselves onto match point to survive there. A couple of missed shots, and it feels harsh to say it, but those are the fine margins we're working with. But look at the damage. Those are the fine margins. STK somehow survives and then slams Mitrix outside of that storage window. Hashi is there for the trade, but so is Live, and E1 are keeping themselves on top. 4 versus 3 now. This is going to be tough for Fluxo to get themselves on in and get this one done. The Bandit of Live manages to scurry away. Flashtree finds Lukid, and E1 can just keep this going. They can just wear Fluxo down. They have the man advantage. Time is almost on their side. The diffuser is going down. Is it going to be successfully planted? It looks like that will be the case. He catches him on the way out. Perez finds a kill as well. They came so close to a big upset, but Fluxo can't.